United States versus Microsoft Corporation, 1998-2001. The United States government launched one of the biggest antitrust lawsuits in history, accusing Microsoft of illegally suppressing its competition and abusing its monopoly over the PC operating system market. This ended up as one of the biggest legal battles against a major tech company during the start of the information age. By the late 90s, over 90% of PCs owned in the US used Windows operating system. This was a period of major computer expansion, and it looked like Microsoft was dominating in an empty market and profiting excessively. Microsoft also employed certain business practices that made it seem like it was extending its dominance beyond operating systems and into the internet browser market, and so it was taken to court on antitrust charges. The plaintiff, represented by the United States government, argued that Microsoft was violating the Sherman Antitrust Act. This was the first federal legislation aimed at curbing monopolies and promoting free competition in the United States. Its primary purpose was to prevent business practices that unfairly restrain trade or create monopolies. Microsoft supposedly violated this due to its various practices. It was difficult and near impossible for computer manufacturers to remove Internet Explorer, Microsoft's core web browser. They restricted PC manufacturers from promoting computer web browsers. Microsoft also used their extensive contacts to discourage companies from working with competitors and took major action against technology and software platforms such as Java that could have reduced consumer dependence on Windows. All of these factors made it seem like Microsoft was clearly in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act and was using illegal means to maintain its monopoly. In court, Microsoft, represented by attorney John Warden, argued that features like Internet Explorers had to be tied to Windows, that they were essentially the same product. Microsoft said that Internet Explorer was free, benefited consumers, and that integrating it into Windows was innovation rather than an attempt to eliminate competition, that the government was trying to punish Microsoft for having such a high-quality product. By 2000, a decision was made. Judge Thomas Penfield Jackson ruled overwhelmingly against Microsoft. He stated that Microsoft had continuously held a monopoly in the computer operating system space, that it used the monopoly to attack competition, and that they had used their software to manipulate consumer choice. The court ordered that Microsoft be split into two companies, one for Windows and one for software like Microsoft Office. Microsoft appealed, and in the end, Microsoft was required by the court to share their important programming interfaces with third parties, make their software easily removable, as well as making it easier for consumers to use competing software while using Microsoft software. They also established government oversight over Microsoft for the next few years. Antitrust policy in the country continues to cite this case as an important precedent in antitrust law, and Microsoft had to slowly recover from this major legal defeat.